According to a newly unsealed email tied to an ongoing legal battle, Blake Lively, yes, that Blake Lively, Hollywood A-lister, red carpet staple, and seemingly unshakable force of charm, appears to have described working on It Ends With Us as an experience that nearly killed her. Not figuratively exhausted, not emotionally draining, nearly killed her. That phrase alone has sent shockwaves across the internet, lighting up timelines, group chats, and comment sections with one burning question: what really happened behind the scenes of this film? On the surface, It Ends With Us had all the right ingredients: a beloved best-selling novel, a passionate fanbase, a cast filled with familiar faces, the kind of project actors often describe as a dream. So how does a dream job spiral into something described as nearly killing someone? That's where the unsealed email comes in. As part of an ongoing legal dispute involving the film's director and co-star Justin Baldoni, previously sealed court documents were made public. Among them, an email reportedly written by Blake Lively that paints a deeply troubling picture of her experience during production. Now, to be clear, this is one side of an ongoing legal case, and allegations are still being contested. But the emotional weight of the language used has sparked intense conversation for a reason. Hollywood is full of dramatic language, grueling schedule, emotionally intense role. I gave everything to this performance. So, why did this email hit differently? Because nearly killed me isn't a throwaway phrase. It's not PR polish. It's not a red carpet soundbite. It suggests a combination of physical exhaustion, emotional distress, and psychological pressure so severe that survival itself felt uncertain. And when that kind of language appears in a legal document, rather than an interview, it carries extra weight. Think about it. People usually downplay their suffering in professional settings, especially in industries where complaining can quietly cost you your next job. So when someone puts words like that in writing, in a context that could later be scrutinized by lawyers, judges, and the public, it tells you something mattered enough to speak up anyway. What kind of environment pushes someone to that point? And, maybe more importantly, why are we still surprised when stories like this emerge? From the outside, Hollywood looks like a permanent highlight reel. Designer clothes, private jets, smiling faces frozen in perfect lighting. But behind the scenes, it's often a pressure cooker. Long days that stretch into nights. Constant scrutiny. Power imbalances that make saying no feel risky. And an unspoken rule that gratitude should outweigh discomfort because so many people would kill for this opportunity. That's not just a Hollywood thing. It's a human thing. The unsealed email is part of an ongoing legal dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, who served as both director and co-star on It Ends With Us. Again, it's crucial to say this clearly. Legal cases involve allegations, responses, and evidence that courts must weigh carefully. No final judgments have been made. Emails like this don't appear out of nowhere. They're often written after weeks or months of internal debate. Should I say something? Will this make things worse? What happens if I stay quiet? That internal tug-of-war is something many people recognize instantly. And that's why this story resonates beyond celebrity culture. You can be wildly successful and still be deeply unwell. You can be admired and still feel trapped. You can be living the dream and quietly falling apart. As the legal process continues, more documents may emerge. More statements may be made. Public opinion will swing back and forth, as it always does. If this story made you reflect on your own experiences, at school, at work, or in creative spaces, you're not alone. And those reflections matter. So, let's keep the conversation going. What do you think this story reveals about pressure, power, and burnout? Have you ever felt trapped in something that was supposed to be a great opportunity? Share your thoughts. Talk about it with someone you trust, and don't underestimate the power of naming what you're feeling. Sometimes, that's where change begins.